Hey everyone, it is Mutant Week still. We are continuing on playing some more Marvel Champions, playing with the new stuff, playing the new campaign. We have played through the 4 different heroes in all 4 of the aspects, so we've gone through, we've been seeing it, and then we started out our campaign yesterday at the end of the stream with Colossus. So Colossus is the one going through the entire campaign. Today we are diving into scenario number 2 and probably number 3, so we'll just see how much of a slog this is. Colossus has seen this Sentinel before, because this is actually the scenario that we ran against. Yeah, we ran against the Sentinel, or the Project Wideawake scenario for the Colossus Hero Spotlight. Also, Strange Solutions, thank you so very much for the subscription with Prime. I appreciate it. If you have Amazon Prime, you're able to subscribe and give your favorite content creator, Jeff Bezos, his money. So it's always a good option. Alrighty, so some other things I wanted to talk about. Oh yeah, so I am actually running through the campaign with Colossus on screen, and then I'm doing the campaign with the other 3 heroes in my own time. And so yesterday, and I'm keeping track with or keeping pace with the stream. So yesterday I ran through Cyclops, Shadowcat, and Phoenix with I think Cyclops is running an aggression deck, Shadowcat is running a protection deck, and Phoenix is also running an aggression deck, and I took them through Sabretooth. Sabretooth can provide some really tricky scenarios, especially with Shadowcat. Shadowcat protection was struggling pretty significantly with Sabretooth, and I think that's just because there's so much threat on the board. Like, if you look at this in the game 2, we are starting with like 4 side schemes on the table, and it's making Justice be very hard not to play, especially with like a Colossus player who does not have a lot of side schemes, or a lot of threat potential, thwarting potential. So just kind of an interesting thought, but yeah, excellent. So let's just go ahead and dive into Project Wideawake. So yesterday we finished up the Sabretooth. We rescued Robert Kelly. Hey, Rich Plays Board Games, how you doing? Welcome. Hope your Wednesday is going very swimmingly. We rescued Senator Kelly. So let's read the comic going into scenario 2. Here, Senator, are you okay? Get your hands off me, mutant. I've had enough of your help. That girl just saved your life. I ought to rip her head off. Wolverine, no. Driver, get out of here. Alrighty. Hello, Garage. It's Robert. We can't wait anymore, Congress. We can't wait for Congress anymore. It's time to launch Project Wideawake. I understand, Senator. I will deploy the Sentinels immediately. So, we have saved Robert Kelly because we are good people, and then he has turned around and is trying to kill us. So that's always kind of fun. So, scenario number 2, Project Wideawake. Even though the X-Men were rescued Robert Kelly from Sabretooth's attack, the Senator's prejudice against the mutants is only intensified by the attempt on his life. He contacts Henry Gyrich, head of the top-secret commission Project Wideawake, to discuss their response to the escalating conflict. The 2 men agree that the mutant menace is out of control and they can no longer wait for legislation to pass. They need to activate the Sentinels immediately. Later that night, mutant hunting robots deploy across the United States. Utilizing sophisticated scanners, the Sentinels begin hunting down unsuspecting mutants. The surge in psionic energy caused by these mutants' primal terror alerts Professor X to their plight. Using his telepathy, he directs the X-Men to stop the Sentinels and rescue as many of the captured mutants as they can. Hey, Rich Plays, doing good. Head into Essen. Oh, you're going to Essen? I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous. Have so much fun. That's super exciting. Maddie, oh, so you saved the douchebag Senator. My heart is filled with joy. Well, yeah, I mean, mutants are good people. He just needs to see that. But maybe we would have been better off if we didn't save. Oh, geez. So, the main scheme deck. So we have Sentinel 1 and 2. We are playing Expert Campaign Standard Mode. So all the games are in standard mode just this first time through, and then we're playing expert campaign. Operation Zero Tolerance. So Project Wideawake tells the story of the Sentinels capturing mutants and rounding them up for intermittent. To bring the story to life, the setup instructions on the main scheme have players put Operation Zero Tolerance into play, and this scheme introduces an alternate loss condition for players to read. So if we ever have 3 more than the number of cards under here, then we will lose the game. Main scheme 1B also gives it permanent, so we can't get rid of it. So that's really great for this Storm ally. So Storm, whenever she thwarts, she can move 2 threat from a scheme to another scheme. It's actually, she moves and then thwarts. But because Operation Zero Tolerance is permanent, we can just throw as much threat on there as possible and just let it ride. So priority is getting Storm out to help clear out a lot of these. Modular difficulty, we are playing in standard mode, so we're going to place 1 face down card under Operation Zero Tolerance at the beginning of the game, which is going to be pretty detrimental. I'm also kind of interesting because it's like standard mode is 1 card per player, or it's 1 card, not 1 card per player, and so this is X+3, so it's just significantly easier if you go standard mode on 4 players than then with 1 player. It's 25% of the loss condition, where it's like, I don't know, 14-15% of a 4-player game. So that's kind of interesting to me, but we'll continue on with the standard mode and throw 1 card under. Campaign instructions: shuffle each future past card recorded in the campaign log into the encounter deck. Shuffle the remaining cards from the future past deck and set them aside. So Nano Sentinel Tech was our future pass card. We'll shuffle that in. Also, in my game with Phoenix, I had Shadows like turn 2, and Dark Phoenix hit the table. That changed the game pretty significantly. It was kind of nice. It wasn't like good, but it was fun to see how having an early game Dark Phoenix on the table affected everything. And turns out a lot. I was smooth sailing until she came out, and then the game turned into a little bit more of a slog, but it was fun. The other thing I'm doing is everyone gets kind of a new archetype in this campaign. So we are running the commander archetype, so that gives us access to a couple more aspects, as well as these cool like one-time use cards that if we do something good in a previous game, we get them for this game. And there are 4 different archetypes, and I'm using 1 for each of the 4. So like, I think it's Phoenix is Defender, Shadowcat is something, Cyclops is Peacekeeper. So I am trying to get a feel for what all of those look like. So I love that, by the way. I love that. If Frightened Police is defeated, check the campaign. I guess I'm supposed to do all of this first. Dark Phoenix is crazy strong. She is. The other crazy strong minion that I was having a hard time with last night, I was playing with him, is, here we go, this guy, Nimrod. So Nimrod popped out in one of my games. He's a 9 health minion, a 2/3 stalwart, and he cannot take more than 3 damage each phase. So he comes out, you have to at least figure out what to do with him for 3 turns. And that threw some wrenches into my plan as well. He's also stalwart, so you can't just like stun lock him. So it was something. That was actually the same game. My Phoenix game took a while. So they didn't come out at the same time, thank goodness. But we had consumed the world on. I had to consume the world on the table the entire time. Luckily, I was using a lot of chump blockers because I had to be blocking for Robert Kelly, and the amplify icon didn't really affect the game too much. It did when I went down, and I almost thwarted out. I was sitting at like 8 out of 9 threat on that scheme for multiple turns, multiple turns. Okay, so we'll go ahead and do our setup, and then we'll do our campaign setup because that's the way it works. So we got 6 cards. Got strength with an iron will. That is huge right there. Seeing iron will in our opening hand is great. We have angel, dropkick, organic steel, and a bulletproof protector. We're going to keep a bulletproof protector so that we can get a second copy of tough. So what we'll do is we'll flip up, get a tough, use bulletproof protector to get a second copy of tough. And then we have organic steel, which is great. We'll mulligan these two, and then we go get another copy of organic steel. But I'm hoping to be able to draw into like a double or something that can help us pay for it. We also need some threat mitigation. So there's blindfold and multitasking. Multitasking is pretty good, actually. I'm a big fan of multitasking in this situation. Our setup ability says that we get to go get, Death Focus on the bottom. We get a copy of organic steel and add it to our hand. Not a bad opening hand. I'm pretty happy with this. So your deck is half aggression, half justice. It's a so the way that it works is I built a justice deck, and you're allowed to put one card in from the two associated aspects. So the associated aspects are aggression and leadership. So you can put one upgrade and or one event from each from the aspects. So I chose rapid response as my upgrade and then dropkick as my event. So dropkick because I can produce so many physical resources once I have titanium muscles out, and rapid response because just having some of these allies pop back in is really nice. I wasn't quite sure what, I guess like I could go with like a training card or something, and I can change that throughout, so that's pretty nice. Okay, this is our hand. We'll deal with that in here in a sec. So we threw those cards into the deck. Hey Lorenzo, hey there, hope you are well. Doing pretty good. Yeah, I'm excited. This campaign has been really fun so far. Doug, I bet most people grab Make the Call. I was thinking about Make the Call, and that may actually be better than the rapid response. I grabbed Make the Call in my other leadership, which I think was Cyclops. Yeah. So Cyclops is running aggression, and Make the Call was the one that I took for the Cyclops build that I'm running through the campaign. Cyclops is dumb. Cyclops ran through Sabretooth with like no issues. Which is like, okay, next, check. It was like a 10-minute game. Like it was crazy. Now I'm trying to figure out if Make the Call is better. Because I would rather have Dropkick. I think I would rather have Dropkick for the event. Okay. Frightened Police defeated is checked in the campaign log. It is. Each player takes one random upgrade from their roll set cards and puts it into play under their control. Each player may roll build to modify their decks. Okay, so actually technically Dropkick should not have been in that hand, because it says that we can modify our decks at this point. So that's a small, but I'm fine with that. Okay, so here are our 4 roll cards. We have to remove them from the campaign once they are used, so we'll re-roll a 5 or a 6. Okay, so 3. 1, 2, 3. We've got Compassion, Alter Ego Response. After you recover, heal 3 damage from among characters you control and draw 1 card. Remove this card from the game and campaign pool. That's kind of interesting, especially because I think Colossus is going to have a lot of it's going to kind of have a hard time taking some damage. So I don't know if I can just basic recover without changing the game state. Huh. That would be interesting. Reveal the enemy of my enemy. 172A side scheme. Colossus is a nice guy, so this fits. Yeah, very, very true. So enemy of my enemy. So when defeated, shuffle the top card of the future past deck into the encounter deck, flip this card over, and put Magneto into play under the first player's control. So it sounds like we're getting another ally. Again, I'm playing through this completely blind, at least this part. I've played through the scenario, but I have not done any of the campaign stuff. And then expert campaign only. Set each player hit points to remaining hit point value, so we didn't take any damage. And then we are allowed to place 1 acceleration token on the main scheme to heal to full hit points. So that's what I was saying yesterday, is that there usually is a way to heal back up, but we're good. Okay, so let's go through our setups. So set each captive ally outside out of play. So we've got Boom Boom is also over there. Set reveal the Operation Zero Tolerance and Mutant at the Mall side schemes. Hey Nelson, been watching your YouTube for ages. First time I've jumped on Twitch to see you live. The new baby has prevented me from playing X-Men yet, but watching you has scratched the itch. Thanks, bud. Congratulations on the new baby. That is super exciting. Thanks for hanging out. I'm happy to have you here. Maddie, if you get Magneto as an ally, you should show him Operation Zero Tolerance, you know, to avoid fighting him in the final battle. Okay, yeah. I have not played Magneto in the villain yet, so it'll be interesting. I've heard he isn't as absurd as he could be. Okay. So this flips after a threat is placed here. If there's at least 5 threat here, the first player places the top card under their deck under this as face down, which reminds me I need to do that. Okay. That starts with 1. Sentinel has a toughness, and when revealed, the first player searches the encounter deck for an abduction protocol side scheme. This is what allows us to go get our captive allies and puts it into play. So that comes in with 4. It has a crisis icon, and whenever we defeat it, we are able to go get one of those captive allies. Mutant at the Mall says when defeated, the first player searches the encounter deck and discard pile for a Sentinel minion and reveals it. Then we get Jubilee. Enemy of my enemy, we get what's his face, Magneto. And we shuffle the top card of the Future Past deck in, which is not oh no, we have both of them in there. Yeah, because we didn't defeat it, so it stays in. If we defeat them, they get removed from the campaign, so that is nice. And then Operation Zero Tolerance is after an enemy attacks and defeats an ally, place that ally face down underneath here. And then there are X face down cards, then we lose the game, and that X being 4. We're starting with 1. A lot of setup, a lot of setup going on. So let's get into it. So we definitely want to get Iron Will onto the table. And then Bulletproof Protector allows us to draw into another card. I don't think that there is anything that we want to do in Alter Ego. So we'll just go ahead and flip up to Colossus. We'll get a tough status card because that's a response when we flip. We will use a Strength to play an Iron Will. That gives us +1 thwart, which is also really great for this shenanigans that's going on. Hello, if you need free and high quality service to increase your viewers. Oh, so nice. So very nice. People are so nice now. Top streamers already use it. Really? That's fun. Yeah. Okay. Let's use Bulletproof Protector. So we can discard a tough status card and then give our hero 2 tough status cards. So we're coming in with 2 toughs. Iron Will, we discarded a tough, so we get to draw a card into Professor X. Oh my goodness. I want to play Professor X, but I feel like I have to get Organic Steel on the table. Organic Steel is just too critical to not put on the table, and multitasking is going to be just is going to be really nice. I want to get Enemy of my enemy out of there, so we can hit Enemy of my enemy and Abduction Protocols, and then we can thwart Enemy of my enemy. Get, I assume Magneto is going to be good. Get that acceleration gone. Yeah, and then we'll shuffle in Organic Steel again. They are annoying, aren't they? Like, come on. I hate bots. When will they when will they learn? I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It's annoying. Alrighty. So we're gonna go blindfold and organic steel to play organic steel. That comes in with 2 counters. We will shuffle that second organic steel back into our deck, and then we will toss a Professor X to play multitasking. So remove 2 threat from a scheme. If you paid for this using a science resource, remove 2 threat from another scheme. So that's going to be enemy of my enemy and abduction protocols. We will use Colossus to thwart enemy of my enemy. When defeated, shuffle the top card of the future past deck. I'm going to shuffle this, I don't recall if I did, into the encounter deck. Flip this card and put Magneto into play under the first player's control. Oh, Magneto's a big, wow. So victory 1, the first player controls Magneto. He does not count against your ally limit. He's a 2/3/5. Woo! Wow, that's a big one. Maddie, you don't want them to learn, otherwise they'll start streams to compete with Nelson. That's true. The bots in Ultron are getting his revenge. No. Magneto is huge. Wow. Oof. Now I'm scared of what the villain looks like. Bot Sentinel. Yeah. So Magneto has 5 health. That's crazy. We're gonna have him throw it off abduction protocols. We'll just go ahead and get this out of the way. When defeated, the player who defeated this scheme takes 1 random set aside captive ally and puts it into play under his control. That is victory, so that goes out of the game. So we got these 4 allies. I know I kind of want Wolfsbane. I think Wolfsbane with the piercing could kind of help, but it is random, so we don't get to choose. Magneto is strong, but he's not as tanky as Robert Kelly. I'll give the Senator credit. He could probably take Ronin shot and still survive. That is true. That he is, you know, he has more, or he has as much health as like Shadowcat. So 5, we're gonna re-roll that into 3. We've got Wolfsbane. Got it. Let's go. So Wolfsbane attack has piercing, which is excellent. Magneto needs the damage. And so this is going to go up to 3, which is more than I want it to be, but I'm also not quite sure if I can do anything about it. Like, I could thwart 1. So let's go ahead and just knock this tough off and deal 2 damage to the Sentinel. Tie it up. We can heal. Okay, I kind of want to take damage now just to trigger this compassion, so we can heal up Magneto and just let him go crazy. Okay, so we'll ready up, draw into our 4 cards. We got limitless stamina, genius, titanium muscles. There we go. Nice. Okay, getting all the pieces. This looks like a fun. This is a really fun scenario. It feels like they combined Taskmaster and Collector 1, but they made both of them better. And I've been really happy with this scenario. I think that's what the Brant was saying from Step Into the Portal, was saying that this is his favorite scenario. I can't judge Mutant Genesis since you don't have it, but the scenarios definitely feel more unique. That is true. Yeah, I think every single scenario that I have played feels unique and exciting in its own sense, so I'm very happy with it. We're going to place 2 here on Knight of the Sentinel. Sentinel is going to attack, which we'll just take right to the face, which we can do because we don't have to protect Robert Kelly anymore. So 2 + 0. We got rid of the advance, so that's going to knock off a tough, which will allow us to draw a card. And to the power of all of us, we have too much money. We will probably... We're not going to trigger organic steel, actually. We're gonna leave organic steel there just because I do want to trigger this compassion at some point. So I will want to I'm going to kind of the strategy here is I want to be able to deal a lot of damage, or at least activate Magneto twice more. And I want to be able to take a hit to the face so I can roll down and recover, use compassion and Magneto. We will lose a card because we'll probably just scheme out, but that's the price we have to pay. Our bad card is going to be Warn the Others. Okay, well, here's my alter ego action. After your turn ends, place this card under Operation Zero Tolerance as an alter ego action. We can exhaust our identity to discard this card. Cool fact, Magic and Colossus are related. They are brothers. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I need to do more X-Men research. I've been saying this all the time, and I don't know where my time goes. I just was like, I'm gonna read all the comics, and then I just never got to. So I do need to do that. That sounds about right. They have the same surname. Oh yeah. Huh. That's fun. Kind of want to run Magic now, but I'm running Justice. Okay. So. Okay, so let's play a Genius for our Titanium Muscles. That gives us +1 attack. And then we can exhaust it to generate a resource for every single tough status card we have on us. I'm going to just switch these around. Have Iron Will and Titanium Muscles next to each other. We're going to thwart 4 off of Mutants at the Mall. Take away that. So when defeated, search the discard pile, deck and discard pile for a Sentinel minion, and put it into play. Trying to fit. The Sentinel minions are scary. And reveal it. So I don't want to surge. I guess we'll take the Sentinel Mark III with toughness. Wolfsbane can knock off that tough, and then we can hit him again. So when revealed, search the counter deck discard pile for Energy Barrier. Attach it. He's tough. We do. Oh, we have Jubilee also. Now that Jubilee is going to give us a 1 attack. I was like, I don't want to use my 3 attack Colossus on Sentinel, but here we go. Comes in with tough, and then we get Jubilee. This goes away. First player controls Jubilee. She does not count towards your ally limit, and as an action, we can exhaust Jubilee, spend a energy resource to deal 2 damage to an enemy. We'll have Wolfsbane attack with piercing, knock off this tough, and deal 2. Jubilee will do the last one to take out the Sentinel. We'll have Titanium Muscles pay for a limitless stamina to stand up with Colossus. We will thwart 2 off of Knight of the Sentinels. That's gonna go to 2. We're going to scheme out. Like I don't think we're not scheming out. So we're just gonna lose a card to this. But we need to roll down for that. So instead of thwarting 2 on that, we'll just take the L and we'll hit Sentinel for 3. We'll play Power in All of Us to play Limitless Stamina to stand up, and then we'll flip down to Pitor, exhaust to get rid of Warn the Others. Okay. When we flip down, we actually get to shuffle a card, a Colossus card back into our deck, which is going to be Organic Steel. Hopefully we can get that again soon. Really get the engine roaring. After the last trailer, any thoughts about who the new Black Panther will be? I literally had forgotten about it until you just brought it up. I said, like, yeah, I'm gonna go watch that, and then I streamed longer, and then I went and laid down, and I've been going through Stranger Things, but I haven't seen it. I will watch it today. Promise. Yeah, I've been watching Stranger Things. I had watched season 1 and 2 before, but that's where I had stopped, and so I finished season 3 last night while I was playing Marvel Champions. It was a good night. Okay, so first things, we're gonna add one here. Sentinel will scheme for 2+2. So, yep, so we would have schemed out anyways, so that's fine. I need my hand first. So we got Steel Fist, Storm. Ooh, Storm's nice. Def Focus is huge. For Justice. Under Surveillance. Under Surveillance should not be in this deck for this scenario, but I didn't modify the deck at all. Bulletproof Protector. And we will lose the top card of our deck. And this goes to 2. And this clears. Our bad card is going to be Warn the Others again. So as an alter ego action, we can discard that card. We will definitely be doing that. Jeez. We're halfway to losing already. That's not horrible. That's all I'll say. That's not horrible. Because we have a little bit of time to build now. So let's go ahead and just exhaust. Get rid of Warn the Others. Don't want that. We'll flip up to hero form, which will get us a tough status card. We will use Under Surveillance to pay for Def Focus. We got 2, 4 for Storm. Okay, let's go Def Focus and a 4 Justice to play Steel Fist. Deal 5 damage to an enemy. You may discard a tough status card to stun and confuse that enemy. So we're gonna hit Sentinel for 5. Discard this tough to stun and confuse him. When we do that, Iron Will triggers. We get to draw into Made of Rage, and then we're going to use Organic Steel to add a tough. No, we're not. No, we're not. I'm sorry. We're not going to use Organic Steel to add a tough. Because we're going to use Bulletproof Protector to remove a tough to add 2 toughs. And then we're going to trigger Iron Will again to draw into Organic Steel. Okay. There's the second copy of Organic Steel. Now we have a question that we need to ask ourselves. Do we want to play a second copy of Organic Steel or get Storm onto the table? I'm thinking we're feeling pretty good with where we are. So I'm going to Titanium Muscles to play a second copy of Organic Steel. We're probably going to hang on to Storm so we can play her later. But I want that Organic Steel on the table. Hey, the Brant. Whoa, did you start today? Already down Sabretooth? I missed your deck build too. What did you include from Justice that synergized with Colossus? No need to answer ASAP. That's a lot of questions. I actually started yesterday. So after I did the 4 games with Cyclops yesterday, then we started and played a practice game of Sabretooth because I missed a rule. And then we played the real game of Sabretooth. So we did that yesterday, and so starting today, I ran into I'm just starting scenario 2, and we'll go into scenario 3 today as well. I'm actually running a full Justice build with Cyclops, and so it's a lot of threat mitigation. Under Surveillance should not be in this deck for this scenario. I just didn't change the deck. But I'm running the Commander, so I took Dropkick as my event, and then Rapid Response as my upgrade. So we're gonna hang. We're actually I'm trying to figure out if we want to hang on to Made of Rage. If we get we're gonna hang on to Made of Rage. I like Made of Rage. Maddie, so to be clear, your deck has 3 aspects. Yes, and that is a campaign specific thing. So at the beginning of the campaign, you choose one of these roles. So Brawler, Commander, Defender, Peacekeeper. That gives you these upgrades that you can, or if you do good things, you get these upgrades for future games, and those are specific to the role. And then you can choose one event and or one upgrade from the associated aspects. So I'm playing a Justice deck, and you don't have to choose one that already has Justice. So I'm a Commander, so I can choose one aggression event or upgrade and or one leadership event in our upgrade. You can't have 2 events, you can't have 2 upgrades, but it opens up the deck building so much. I am so excited to see some of the builds that are gonna just kind of break the game. It's gonna be fun. I love that kind of stuff. Dang, sounds it is, but it's 2 cards, and like dropkick for me is locked in because titanium muscles generates 2 of the 3 physical resources that I need for dropkick, for stunning and drawing a card. And rapid response, like the upgrade may be something else. Like I may change an upgrade at some point, but I think it's really cool. Yeah, we're gonna hang on to Made of Rage just in case we get one of those big minions out. Plus this gives us kill if we want it for Sentinel. So we got the studio, and then we've got Steel Fist. Okay, 2, 4. We'll ready up the Brant. But everyone is already steady and stalwart. That's true. So maybe I knew. Yeah, I mean Sabretooth wasn't, Sentinel isn't until form 2, so maybe that changes if I run into something that, or a villain that I haven't seen yet, like maybe Magneto or whatever the next one is. We may change, but you do get to see kind of the scenario before you make that choice. Okay, so place 1 here. Sentinel is stunned. Bad card is going to be self-repair. When revealed, discard each status card from the villain. Give a villain a tough status card and heal 5 damage from it. Don't like that, so confuse goes away. And we're healing 5. Oh right, standard stage 1 they are not on. Expert they are all steady. Stage 2 they're all... Oh really? Okay, interesting. Huh, nice. Okay. So, on our turn, we're going to toss a Made of Rage and a Death Focus to play a Steel Fist. So deal 5 damage to an enemy. You may discard a tough status card from your hero, stun and confuse that enemy. So we will deal 5 damage to Sentinel. Discard the tough to stun and confuse. I get to draw a card from Iron Will, which is Invulnerability. I really want to get Storm out there. So, like, I'm still in my response window. I can Organic Steel and get a second Tough card and play Storm. At that point, I probably stay up in hero form for a while. But I was hoping to roll down. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and respond Organic Steel to give a Tough status card. We'll use Titanium Muscles to toss Invulnerability and Studio to play Storm. Because Magneto and Jubilee don't count towards my ally limit, so I actually still have 1 spot open. And then that way I can stay up a little bit longer and kill this Organic Steel so I can shuffle it back in. And thank you. I will go back and watch yesterday's to see your deck build and the first game. It's not on YouTube yet. I'm putting it up sometime today, so it's not out there yet. I have so many videos because I've been doing so many like the aspect stuff, so I've been trying not to just flood YouTube with videos. But it'll be up today. So I get 4 cards. We ready everyone up. Actually, I guess like let's go ahead and hit before we ready up. We'll hit Sentinel for 3 with Magneto, and then we'll ready up. Okay, we got 4 Justice, Invulnerability, Armor Up, and Limitless Stamina. We'll start by placing 2 here. Sentinels are stunned. Our bad card is going to be Abduction Protocols. That comes in with 2, 4, and a Crisis. Strange Solution. Hey, how's it going? I'm a little sad too. I thought the campaign was starting. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, we started it yesterday. Yeah, yeah. So we got Abduction Protocols there. I don't have a mental kicker for 4 Justice, so the 4 Justice isn't going to be able to kill Abduction Protocols, but Storm definitely can. So let's go ahead and use Storm. We'll move 2 over here to Operation Zero Tolerance, and then we will thwart the last 2. So that kills that. You got 3. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1. Nope, wrong deck. 1. Rictor. After Rictor attacks, deal 1 damage to the villain and each minion engaged with you. I feel like I'm leading a little army over here. That's kind of fun. So we are now full on ally slots, but we have a couple that we can kill pretty easily. I want to take a damage so I can heal. To do this compassion to save Magneto from certain defeat. So he's at 3. So I think what we're he's stalwart. So we may want to roll down 1 turn. No, I think we just go for it. I mean, we're doing pretty solid so far. Our hand is dead, which is a little sad. Besides limitless stamina. Oh, what we can do? We're gonna lose that tough though. Yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll hit Magneto for 3. So he comes in with steady. So when revealed, the first player searches the encounter deck and discard pile for a copy of Abduction Protocols. So I guess before I do that, because I forgot that happens, I'm gonna thwart the 2 off of Knight of the Sentinel. So Abduction Protocols. So get a 3rd one of those. Which actually now means that 4 Justice can be played, and then we can take care of Abduction Protocols again. Nice, okay. That comes in with 4. Sentinel comes in with steady and toughness. So he's not confused, but he's halfway to being confused. We will have Wolfsbane attack with piercing and take him down to 16. Let me fix that health. Okay. Wolfsbane goes away, but that's fine because we've got we're going to Titanium Muscles for a 4 Justice to remove 3 threat. It would be 4 if we paid for it with mental, but this generates physical resources, so that does not quite work for us. We'll use Jubilee. We'll use Rictor. No, we'll use Jubilee to thwart that last one off of Abduction Protocols, which clears that. Top one is even, the bottom one is odd. We got Boom Boom. I like Boom Boom. Boom Boom's fun. He's ready, coming in. Whenever Boom Boom attacks, we get to place a bomb counter on the attacked enemy. And then at the end of my turn, every bomb deals 2 damage. So let's go ahead and attack with Boom Boom. So that will place 1 bomb on Sentinel. Boom Boom will take 1. Then Sentinel will take 1 damage, down to 15. Rictor will attack, dealing 1. Then after he attacks, deal 1 damage to the villain. And each minion, we don't have any minions, but there's 1. Let's use Def Focus to play Limitless Stamina to stand up. And we will swing for 3 against Sentinel. 1, 2, 3. And we'll flip down to Peter. We'll lose a tough status card. We'll shuffle in probably Made of Rage. That's what I'm thinking. That's a +6 attack. So we'll shuffle in Made of Rage. Just because we're going to kind of go for kill. It's boom boom time. Oh snap. Yes. Boom boom was fun. And we'll toss Invulnerability and we'll ready up. We're going to hang on to Armor Up because we do plan on flipping. We got Steel Fist. There's 5. There's the X-Jet. Definitely not playing that one because it's too late in the game. Invulnerability is 4th. Made of Rage. There it is. And Made of Rage. Alrighty. We'll place 1 here. Sentinel is going to scheme because he is steady. That confused is not actually confused. So Sentinel's going to scheme. I'm going to interrupt that to play Armor Up. So when the villain activates, this is a alter ego form, change to hero form. So we will flip up to Colossus, getting a tough status card. Sentinel is going to attack for 3 plus 2 is 5. That knocks off this tough. We will trigger Iron Will to draw a card and to Unshakable. And then we will trigger this Made of or Organic Steel to add a tough status card. Okay. Our bad card is going to be Sentinel Mark 4, Guard and Patrol with 4 hit points. That's fine because we have Overkill. So let's go ahead and swing with Colossus, playing a Made of Rage. When you make a basic attack, discard a tough status card from Colossus. Gone. You get +6 attack for that attack, and it gains Overkill. I can become famous again? Oh my gosh. Everyone is so kind. Everyone is so kind. Rich plays board games for some reason. When I had Boom Boom, that old Six Flags commercial. Okay, so I attacked for 9 for 5 rolls to Sentinel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I discarded a tough status card, so I get to draw a card into Shadowcat, and then we're going to trigger Organic Steel to give another tough status card. But it doesn't matter because the game is just nearly over. All of these guys are exhausted. They should not be. I forgot to unexhaust stuff. That's fine. We'll toss all of these to play a Steel Fist. We'll toss Unshakable and Shadowcat. Deal 5 damage to a enemy. Sentinel. That's game. Hey, thanks for the sub. Thank you so very much. Bin Boy 420. I appreciate it. Means a lot. When I hear Boom Boom, I think of Black Eyed Peas song. Boom Boom Bow. Yeah, that's too good. I remember. Yeah. Oh, that's great. You can put Magneto in the victory display and get 1 victory point. Yeah, I guess we'll do that. I don't know what the victory points do, but good call. Yeah, we'll have thwarted off of something and killed Magneto. And he's in the victory display. Not quite sure what the victory points do, if they do anything in this campaign. They did not for the last one. But speaking of cleanup, let's see what happens. Make Boom Boom mixtape here to yes. Yes. Victory. If the enemy of my enemy's side scheme was defeated, recorded in the campaign log. Remove each future pass card in the victory display from the campaign. Add each future pass card to the campaign log. What did we add? Just kind of curious. So we had this guy. Future pass. Nimrod. Okay, cool. Nimrod's around now. That's always fun. Remove each role upgrade that began game from play. So this is done. Even though we didn't use it. If Jubilee is in play, record that in the campaign log, and then record the name of each captive ally that entered play in the campaign log. So we got Boom Boom, Rictor, and Wolfsbane. So, okay, so I guess like real quick, because I'm assuming that we're gonna get to play with these again. Do these count as basic cards? I didn't think so. Someone on YouTube, I forgot who it was. I'm sorry, I apologize. Said that they did. I looked before the stream. I couldn't find any ruling, but like it does say basic gray cards, and that makes me think that, and I see that now that these are gray cards. So I'm curious if these count for like Power in All of Us, or if they don't. Expert campaign only. Record each identity's remaining hit points. We have not taken any damage through the first two of the scenarios of this campaign. Magneto? Go on, Sugar. Get out of here. You X-Men have done well to protect our fellow mutants tonight, but this attack is just the first of many unless we destroy the Sentinel production facility. And you know where that is, says Gambit? Indeed. So you want us to join your forces with you and your brotherhood, Cyclops? This is the enemy of my enemy is a friend, Cyclops. The Sentinels are a threat to all mutants. Alrighty, Magneto, lead the way. I believe that they are not basics. They are not labeled basics in the lower right. Yeah, and that was my initial thought. But then I think the Power in All of Us says that it can pay for basic / gray cards. So I don't know. I'm gonna play it that they are not, unless we get some confirmation that they are somewhere. But I mean, they're 2-cost allies. It's not gonna break the game. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna clean up. I'm gonna go to the Be Right Back screen. We'll clean up. We'll get in for Master Mold, which is a completely new scenario to me. This is gonna be the first one in the campaign run that I have not even looked at. So excited to try that one out. See you soon.